Our next guest joining us today is Anastasia. Growing up, Anastasia's father was in and out of prison and not fully involved in her life. Her mother was involved with drugs and prostitution, and sometimes they were homeless. Her mother was in jail right before Anastasia entered high school. So she entered the foster care system and lived with her grandmother. Fortunately for both the Y and Anastasia, she was introduced to Mary's House, YMCA Youth and Family Services home for young women who are aging out of the foster care system. She lived at Mary's House for 2 years. Today, the Y's lucky because Anastasia works for us as part of the Transition Age Youth Academy program, paying it forward by helping at-risk youth find employment, safe living environments, and receive mentoring. So please join me in welcoming Anastasia.
Hello. So, yeah, she summed it up pretty well. So when I was younger, my family life was not all that great, and everybody in my family wasn't a very good influence on me. Even when I was put into foster care, I went home to home with family members. So my family members were my foster parents. And so, like I said, I went home to home with, like, jumping from family member to family member, until eventually I moved in with my grandmother, who actually lives in Julian, California. So I'm sure a lot of you guys know where that is. And so I lived with her from my freshman year of high school until I graduated. So that was like good stability for me. And so my senior year living with her, we got a phone call. It was really weird, actually. We got a phone call from this man named Nigel Allen. He's an ILS caseworker, so independent living skills caseworker in North County. And he called me up just to see what I was going to do after I graduated. And you could tell that he was definitely concerned and just wanted to see what I had planned. And so he introduced me to the whole ILS program, which is for 17 to 21-year-olds, just teaching them independent living skills. So how to do basic things while you're on your own. And like it's opening up a banking account, like banking, checking, credit account, like how to budget, things like that. And so he introduced me to that, and then along with that, he introduced me into THP+, which is transitional living. And so that's also for ages 18 to 25, 24, I believe. And so that's what Mary's House is. And so I moved into Mary's House, and it was really hard. I was used to like living with people who weren't very good to me. They didn't know how to challenge me in the right way. But Mary's House was definitely a good stepping stone to that. They helped me apply to college. They helped me job search. They helped me with everything. So they teach me how to budget my own money, and they definitely showed a lot of care for me, and I needed that. And so I lived with them for about 2 years. That's the limit that you have in THP+. And so after living with them for 2 years, then I had to find another place to live. They helped me find other housing. So now I'm in what's called a family unification program in Oceanside, and I live there. And along with helping me find housing, they gave me a great opportunity to work for the Y. And so I was already working with the Y in childcare at the Palomar Y. But then they introduced me to other stuff in Youth and Family Services, which is what she talked about, Transitional Aged Youth Academy. Well, we call it TAY Academy, and it's great. So I work with them, and like she said, like mentoring, helping them find jobs, helping them find housing. So I'm kind of like doing the same thing that they helped me at Mary's House, and it's definitely rewarding. And so along with that, I also do street outreach in Oceanside, where we go out trying to find the homeless youth, hanging out, and give them resources to housing and food, and also making aware Oz North Coast, which is a teen shelter. If you guys don't know, they have one in Oceanside and also one out here in San Diego. And I also work with Connections Project as a peer coach. So I'm doing a lot of things with the Y, and it definitely feels great, and it's very rewarding. And I'd like to leave off just saying, like, if it wasn't for the Y, I don't know where I'd be. So.